hello there. ¿Cómo estamos, minasan? I hope you guys are doing well today. It is I, your data guardian angel. My name is Tenchi. Wonderful to see you all today. We're going to be doing some more agent stories. I actually came in here just to see who I left off with because I didn't even remember. But we're going to bounce from here because I'm at like max energy and I need to spend it on something. So that's what we're going to do first. Alrighty. So we left off on the Iron Ridge. So we'll come back there in a moment. Should I do what? What do you guys think? Should I do disk drive disks, or you know what? I have an idea. Because I just kind of uncapped Kaleda because I'm in need of a second team for Shiyu defense. So I figured uncapping Kaleda. Next, I'll uncap Lucy, and then I'll level them both. Actually, do I have all the material I need for Lucy?
Officer 140, you want to test my hammer?
Just to show you that I uncap Kaleda. Lucci. Uncap. Not uncap. Okay, so I need more support bullets. Let's do that.
Good day, Proxy.
I'm going to the support one. We'll do that first. Let's roll. As I mentioned to Show not too long ago, I really like the way that I've built up Zhu Young a little bit.
This won't hurt. Not. Stop resisting. Preparing takedown. Elite backup inbound. Standing by. Hands up!
Yeah, I just ripped through him using...
Surrender your weapon!
I didn't even ult. All I need is Nicole's freaking debuff to be put on, and then coming in freaking Zhu Young and death. Oh, level 44. Huzzah. Do I have enough to uncap Lucy? What I'll do is next time I'll if I have enough to uncap Lucy, then the next thing I'll do is get more levels in general. We are maxed out. I almost want to buy the growth plan because that means I'm going to get everything. And there's some things in there that'll be very useful for the future. $20, huh? Would be nice. I still have a couple more days. 13 days before the season ends, so 13 days to make that kind of life-altering decision. Get all the stuff in the bottom row that I haven't picked up yet. Any oozles. All right. I think that the internet level goes up to level 60, if I had to guess.
Is it work time?
That's not who I wanted.
Food included?
Okay, cool. I can craft. All right. So now we just do levels.
To what do I owe the pleasure?
So the next run, we will only do this stuff. And the reason why I leave it at, because they give the same amount, right? Yeah. And the ethereals are going to be weak to my aether team in general. So it's not worth mixing and matching. If I had my fire team, then I would have brought in all the organics.
Enemy backup has arrived. Watch your surroundings.
Was that less than 30 seconds? It felt like less than. I don't know. We'll find out. It felt like less than 30 seconds. I was right. It was less than 30 seconds. It was 25. Actually, I forgot. Did I finish leveling up Nicole? As much as I wanted to go in there to... I did not finish leveling up Nicole, so that's who I'm going to level up first. Luckily, that didn't burn through everything. That just capped her out. I'll do Galeta first. 45. I'll take that. Because one thing that I noticed when I came in here the other day is I gave her Galeta her thing, but it's not... It's... Oh, cool, I can craft. I have to dismantle, which I don't want to do. But it was at like 10, and I still did very well with her level to where she was. Alright. So Galeta is set.
Hey, don't look down on me.
So next up is going to be Lucy.
I owe the pleasure?
I'd love to get either Grace or Anton. Because I don't like Ben too much, if I'm being honest, and I don't like having a mono type team personally. Because I like using the disorder mechanic. But since... Can't be friends with Lucy even though I unlocked her. Ow. That really hurt. Like the sharp part got put in my gum and it hurt. Alright, what is her? Nope, wrong one. Oh, I think I double tapped. Let's see. Attribute or faction. Okay. Basically the same as all the base characters. Ju Young is the only one that's not like that for some reason or another, which threw me off. The same faction is still there, but it's not attribute. She needs a support agent, which technically means I could take either Lucy of the people that I have, Lucy, Nicole, or Sokaku. Those are the three that I could do. Hey, show, how you doing? But she needs attribute or faction, which Kaleda does the attribute. So either I need... I don't like Ben too much, so I would need either Anton, Grace, or Paper to make this team that I'm thinking of with Lucy and Kaleda. Either that or... But again, it becomes a full fire team, but either way, Agent 11 is another good hit.
Time for some.
Awaiting
But I
further
can't pull
instructions.
Schneid.
And now, I only handle technical matters.
Come on, let's get to work.
I would probably like either Piper or Grace, personally. I want an
Only handle
anomaly
technical matters.
character, because I have stun, attack, support, and of course the one and only defense character that's currently available. Anyway, now that we've done the thing that I wanted to. Ooh. Some trust upgrades. Can we go do this first? I want to go do this first. Okay, let's do those first. Let's do Nicole. Nicole Doko. Okay, she's in front of Godfinger. She's in front of the Godfinger. Which I also discovered that there's a new arcade event going on. I need to do more of it. Hi, Nicole. Why are you surrounded by two dudes? Oh, that's why you're surrounded by two dudes. Yeah.
Perfect timing! Quick, you can vouch for me, right?
Vouch for you in what sense?
The cutting hairs are an honest, above-the-board business. We always pay our debts.
Okay, but how long has it been since you paid this debt? You owe me money too, just to say. But then again, she actually did pull off a couple things that have been helpful to me, so I'm gonna go Nicole is trustworthy.
I testify that Nicole is trustworthy.
Generically speaking, to repay her debts, I'm not so certain if that's... if she's that good. But at the very least, she is trustworthy. That you won't leak your secrets? No, she'll do that too. Oh no.
See? This person knows what I'm about. I'll be able to pay you back real soon.
What real soon mean?
What, you gonna vouch for Nicole? How do you two know each other? You're not partners in crime, are you?
I was gonna comment on his voice and then he ended with a It's like a higher pitched Squidward.
How dare you? Our partnership is absolutely ethically spotless. That's all there is to it.
Ethically in what sense? Because obviously we have the ethically of, oh, you know, we are... Oh, Snape is another good example there, yeah. But like, considering the law, it is definitely not that ethically spotless there, Nicole. But of course. Uh-oh. Give me a second. My mouse and keyboard are having a conniption. There we go. I just remembered one thing I forgot to do before stream. I was cleaning up the YouTube side of things. Only a smidge. But yeah, the way he's talking is like... I need to edit what the game thing is. Scrolling. There it is. Endless. Sabe. Perfect. Beautiful. That's beautiful. Alright, moving on.
That sounds even more suspicious. Neither of you are going anywhere.
What do you mean neither of us? I'm not the one who owes the debt. What is this? Hold on a second. Well, you lied about her being above board. What does that mean? That doesn't hold me accountable to you because I lied that she was actually above board. And that's also assuming that I was lying that she was above board.
If you can't pay me back the 200,000 Denny's today,
Oh, is that it?
I'll chop off one of your hands. Both of you.
Why me?
I'm generous, though, so I'll still leave you one hand each to hold hands.
I was going to say, is he Yakuza, considering what you were playing earlier show with the chopping off of, limbs? But then I remembered, this is not Japanese developed, this is Chinese developed, so is this a triad thing? Also, still pretty shitty. I know that that first one could be read in two different ways, but I choose to read it the other way. I don't know why.
You've got it all wrong. We don't really have that kind of relationship.
It would actually be funnier if you were wise.
Finally found you, Nicole of the Cunning Hairs. You almost had us.
He sounds better.
That etheric matter you used to cover your debt was only worth 300,000 Denny's. But you owe us 500,000.
Okay, so that means that both of you need 200,000. Nicole, are you paying off only to 200,000? Is that what we're getting at here?
Okay, take it easy. My clueless subordinates must have made a mistake.
Oi! Hey, Nicole! Look! Sweetie, honey, pink thing. Don't talk about Billy, Ambi, and Nekomata like that, huh? I know you're trying to get out of the hook, but don't drag them through the mud with this, huh?
We just got in a batch of super high-grade etheric matter, but my crew must have just grabbed any old one off the shelf without checking the price.
Oh my god,
If
she's
you wait a
throwing them
sec,
under the
I'll ask them to
bus.
send the remaining 9 pieces over to you right now.
Okay, I believe you. Hang on. Something's fishy.
What's fishy?
You serious? With everything you've tried to pull, we aren't accepting any collateral from you. It's cash only from now on.
Okay. You're throwing away more than half of her debt worth of stuff. Yes, it's not all of her debt, but it's most of her debt. Now, granted, you should turn around and say, look, you still owe us 200K and we're not taking it in collateral, we're taking it only in cash. Fine. But what you've basically said there is for her to sell the $300,000 and give you the cash, and now you're still in the hole. You are still in the hole 500,000 instead of just 200,000. The frick?
This doesn't look like the cheap stuff.
Well, if that's the case, I guess we'll just have to take this.
Hold on. If that's 300,000 and she owes you 200,000, you need to part that in.
200,000 Denny's base plus
Okay, interest.
100,000
Fair,
interest. Carry the 4 plus 9 divided by 6. That's exactly 300,000, right?
Wait, hold on. The way you were doing that math, let's roll back that a second. What is the... You said $100,000 in interest and you still had to do the math? If you had said, at, blah, blah, blah percent interest, I can't do the math that fast in my head, then you doing math after the fact makes sense.
100,000 interest? That's even worse than what I did. I've got contacts over at PubSec. They won't let you off the hook.
All right, fine. I'll give you back 30,000. That's only 70,000 interest. I guess that makes me the kindest creditor in all of New Eridu, right?
Really, whenever they do stuff like this, it's just, I can't. with
Hang
them.
on. Let's talk this out. Don't go yet. I'm begging you. You okay, Nicole? Money isn't everything, you know?
Belle, that's not what she needs to hear right now. Look, I know Nicole's pained expression vanishes as soon as she group leaves. She picks up the scattered banknotes and counts them out and hands them around.
Your 10,000 Denny's as usual. Great work.
Oh my god, she's a scamming genius.
No problem. Come find me whenever you need a hand.
Were those other debt collectors just actors you hired?
Don't say that. People will get the wrong idea. Kids on the street aren't supposed to have friends.
But if I'm not mistaken, that piece of etheric material just then, it was the real deal.
Sharp eyes. Could you tell just by looking? Or are you guessing? That piece was really worth over 300,000.
Then didn't you lose on that exchange?
Street kid rule number 3. To catch a big fish, you gotta cast a long line. That piece was just the bait. The main score is the other 9 pieces. They get greedy and think we're too dumb to figure out the true value, and undoubtedly try to buy up the rest real fast. Those are the cheap ones, of course. After the deal is done, if the other side wants to make trouble, public security will deal with them.
Very clever. But what if they don't take the bait?
Very important question.
That guy's always been greedy. There's no way he wouldn't gamble on the score being worth the risk. But there's always the chance that someone doesn't take the bait when doing business. And in that case, we'll claw back what's ours with our awe-inspiring might. The Cunning Hares are specialists in this business.
Then why are you always in debt? But it is clever, but I'm still wondering why she's always in
You're
debt.
pretty smart, Nicole.
Saying that like you haven't always known I'm a genius?
Okay. You want to pay us what you owe us now?
Oh yeah, and thanks for your help just now. Looks like we make a pretty good team. Don't worry, I'm nothing if not loyal to my friends. If I hit the jackpot this time, dinner's on me.
Only dinner? Nicole! Oh, I finished her too. Nice. Okay, hold on. What does her background look like?
Is something the matter?
Although,
So
yeah, cunning hair
148
Nicole, that
GM,
actually is
ready.
quite accurate. What does it look like? Phrasing what? What did I phrase? And then I picked up Corin earlier this morning. I just noticed that that freaking teddy bear she hauls around has a beating heart, which is kind of creepy. Granted, it's a fake heart, but you know. Her bear also reminds me of SMT's Bugaboo. Nicole's not bad. Ambi's okay. I think I still like Aleda. No, that doesn't require phrasing. Zhu Yang! Please tell me I'm finishing. Now you've got me thinking about it. Gosh dang it. You guys see the... Okay, We're going to any details. Could you please sign here at the bottom of this document? Before we talk, I need you to sign this to release form. Oh, non-disclosure agreement for criminal investigation. Okay, that's fair. For criminal investigations, that needs a non-disclosure agreement. Yes, okay. Well, it's just a formality. And if you decide not to take part in the investigation once you've read over everything, that's also fine. Don't worry, those terms and conditions are like those in the medicine leaflets. They outline the worst case scenarios. They only look super threatening. Seeing as it's you hitting me up for a solid, I'll do you a solid if you do me a solid. So after I sign it, you're gonna tell me not to test the flexibility even though you say it's the worst case scenarios? The frick? Too young.
You do have a wide array of vintage videotape players of different models at your store, right?
Correct.
Yes. And we have a pretty comprehensive collection.
Here's the thing. We've recently seized a batch of vintage videotapes with all their covers torn off.
Those monsters!
Those videotapes can only be played on a player of a niche and ancient model. Public security doesn't have that kind of player. So I'd like to borrow yours here to see what's on those tapes.
Oh wait, she's in my room. Again. Anyway.
Actually, it's pretty hard to tear those covers off. If they are all without covers, they're probably that kind of tape.
What kind?
It's, you know, that kind.
Wait. What kind are they Belle? Belle. What kind are you talking about? Because I can think of two different ways, and one of them is kind of fun, the other one is really not.
Wait, what's going on? Why are you beating around the bush? Are you under some sort of NDA?
I am. You put me under the NDA, but I'm not sure if this is what's happening here.
Forget it. I'll just show it to you. Don't say I didn't warn you.
What was that? Well, either way, I've gotten the gist of this tape.
Okay. It's the fun kind. I'm happy about that.
Well, do you still want to check the rest?
I do.
The way she said that made it sound more like work related, but the way the phrasing of it makes it sound like I feel like the next thing out of Belle's mouth should be Netflix and chill. You finished checking the contents of the remaining tapes. An unexpected achievement. Oh, I finished with Yu Zhuyang's trust missions. There. Nice and clean. Manager, you just signed an undisclosure agreement. Don't forget about that. I have her in my room again. Before she was standing over here. I have a picture of it. I wish there was a way that I could take a picture of, like, her and me side by side. Without Belle walking too far forward. There we go. This is difficult. You know what? Everybody keeps talking, and I'm just as guilty, but that's because I'm following the crowd. About her cake, but it's her hips. God damn, those hips. Like, there's no cake without that hips. That cake looks completely unrealistic without those hips, and those hips are damn. Okay. Anyway. I'd love to see her with her hair down, too. And without the cape. The cape is distracting. Anyway. Right, we're done there. Let us finish.
Is something the matter?
And collect the trust reward. What is her...
Officer 148, Zhu Yuan, ready.
Ooh. Her looking over paperwork. You know what? I think I'm okay with this. Pensive Yu Yang is also hot. Alright. Let's go and do the rest of this. That's not what I wanted to do. That's definitely not what I wanted to do. I'm trying to sprint. Thank you very much. Why are those all on the same button? Alright. Let's go check out Grace. From one mommy to another. Let's roll. One day, after accepting Grace's commission, in the parking lot of the Random Play video store on 6th Street, Janice ordered new Eridu. Today is the day for an important family event. Repairing the business car In truth, only one of the siblings is actually repairing while the other is resting. The description of that makes me think that Belle is the one who's resting and Wise is the one who's repairing. Attention, you have received an email from Grace Howard, head technician at Bellabog Industries. Pausing the music for car repairs to broadcast content at the end. Wise, Belle, this is Grace. You two are free by any chance? I've already extracted enough data from the logic core. We're ready for the next phase. I need you to help with something, but this time it's kind of special. I don't need Faithin to make an appearance, just you two. If you're free, come to meet the old spot, Brand Street Construction Site. Email ends. Drafting reply. I think I'll pass. Today is an important day. We need to repair our car, so see you next time. Please say send if you wish to send this reply. Why is she so mean? Don't send! Sent. You arrive at the destination. A large mech emits a low thrum. As if in anticipation of guests arriving, a familiar figure with overalls greets you with a smile.
Hello, you two. You're quick. What about the little one?
Okay, no. I mean, after the last time, I could say that, but I'm gonna go with this one.
We didn't bring Eos because we're not heading into any hollows. We let it rest during these types of commissions.
Too bad. If I'd known, I'd have come up with an excuse to make you bring him along.
Not even trying to hide your actual goal, are you?
The large machine next to her steps back and forth one side, seemingly restless.
Good kid. Don't worry, these two aren't the bad guys.
The logic core that was awakened last time. Have you tried booting it up? Any issues?
Actually, let me put this on auto.
Don't worry, it's only partially booted for now.
Oh, how do
After
you
the
partially
last
boot
troubleshooting
something?
session, I've managed to fully filter out the data and divert control of basic functions away from the dangerous infected data. Now I just have to wipe any sensitive data left behind regarding the prototype, and it'll be ready for the delivery to 3 Gates.
Barry, can you help with clearing the sensitive data?
Negative. All logic cores that pass the forbidden fruit test, i.e., the core systems of AI-enabled machinery, are incompatible with my protocols. Forced intervention can have unforeseen consequences.
That's
Also,
convenient.
I prefer not to interact with ether-corrupted data.
Rare to see her retreat from a request like this. Fairy, why would you refuse to access data corrupted by ether?
I've prepared 10 disgusting metaphors to explain it to you. Which would you like to hear first? Note, human tolerance is limited to about 10 on the disgust scale.
What's the score of the least disgusting one?
11.
I want to know. Can I know?
No thanks, I'll pass.
But I figured Belle would be one
This
to pass.
commission
I would
doesn't
like to know.
require your
But
faith in
Belle.
disguise. You two alone can handle it.
Okay.
I'm gonna debug this kid's cognitive command system. Only a few basic protocols are needed to set up a link between commands and its behavior. Put simply, I'll issue commands like go left, go right, touch this, touch that, and you'll need to follow my instructions in front of it so that it understands the connection between the commands and the actions.
Okay.
Once cognition is established, act out the commands from the kid to help solidify it. It's like teaching a toddler how to crawl or stand up. Got it?
They
I'll
usually
run
do
some
that on their
system
own,
tests
but that's
on this
okay.
baby first. Just let me know when you're ready to go.
Step 1 for cognitive tuning to calibrate the command functions for this child to make sure he's receiving accurate commands. Basically, all you have to do is touch either a wooden box or a metal bucket, and it'll recognize the item and then send the corresponding signal back to my control terminal. The child agreed to return a red signal when the box is detected, and green signal for a bucket. It's quite simple. You know, the most complicated systems often start with the simplest intentions. Now, your turn. Just touch the box or the bucket. The box is closer. Red, correct. That's my good kid. Why do you need me here for this? Just saying. Initial calibration is complete. It's a great start, but today's class isn't over yet. Now it's time for some basic testing with the logic function. Just follow the sequence we agreed on. Red, green, red, green, red, green. Oh, sorry. Red, green, red, green. Sorry, I did it again. Red, green, red, red, green. Okay. Red. Green. Red. Red. Green. Is this a cognitive test for me or for the child? After running a series of commands, Grace finally announces that the cognitive system is successfully calibrated.
Great job! Well done! The cognitive commands have been recorded with precision. My only regret is that my little cutie Eos
It's
couldn't
not
make
your
it here
cutie,
today.
mine.
The whole point of setting up this scheduled maintenance was an excuse to see that roly-poly kiddo running around.
The whole point of that, I was gonna say, did I need to be here for this? No, that wasn't the point at all. The point was for her to see Eos. That's hilarious.
No wonder you've been bossing me around all day.
All right, the controls have been sufficiently calibrated. Now I'll perform a full reboot to test the effects.
A full reboot, huh? Hope it's not going to lose control again.
No problem. I'm fully prepared.
With what?
I've dismissed all the onlookers and kept the kids' fuel to a minimum. And Bellabog Industries has updated their health insurance recently.
But what about me?
You have accident coverage, right?
Why am I not feeling reassured? You seem fully prepared for things to go wrong.
Don't worry. I'm a professional technician, and I've got everything under control. Let's get started.
Okay. Grace taps the control panel a few times and the heavy machinery blurts out a complex string of electronic sounds before sitting up in a more upright position.
Very well. The control system permissions are operational. Let's start the first cognitive command test. Go 5 meters forward. Command unfulfilled. Repeating command. Go 5 meters forward.
Mech remains standing still.
That's strange. Why isn't it following my commands? Unless it really is broken?
Danger! Belle, get behind me!
The battery in my control panel is dead. No wonder this kid's been so quiet. It wasn't ignoring my commands. It couldn't receive them. False alarm.
I propose that we ban Grace from ever touching Eos again.
Agreed. And all the other bang boo at home.
I need to get a backup power supply. Keep
She
an
didn't
eye on this
refuse.
kid for me, would ya? Its cognition systems are still fragile.
You jotted what
so
down
don't
beforehand,
provoke
Joe?
it. And don't let anyone get close to it, including yourselves.
I have to get back to the store for a moment. Be careful, okay, Belle?
Really? It wasn't that complicated. It was just a repeat of one. Test site is a mess. Let's help Grace tidy up. Why? Why would you tidy up anything? Because that's just gonna make the freaking child go nuts. Alright. Good. At least they mentioned I was about to say that's probably even more difficult to do. This is a bit harder than you expected. A beep. Hello? The heavy machine base continues to produce screwball noises.
Don't panic. The cognitive unit hasn't received any input commands for a while, so the machine's just running a system diagnostic.
Betty? What are you doing here?
Have we met? How do you know me?
Grace told me about you.
That's right, because
I
we were
see.
here with
So you're
Eos
the Iron
before.
Witch's apprentice, aren't you? Which is why you're keeping guard here. Why is the system diagnostic showing such a strong likelihood of startup? Could it be?
She's saying that the young mechanic cross paths with rides up to the machine base.
outsiders? I'm an expert technician. Her machines usually have a soft reset button placed at the back. If I'm able to get there, I can...
Okay, good.
Oh, no need to be so paranoid, you scrap heap. I am here to save you. I knew it. There was a repeat air loop during the self-diagnostic. Onboard memory was getting sapped, so a soft reboot did the trick. It's all because of her. Insisting on the stupid logic core is what has caused the problem.
Logic core? What's wrong with it?
Thoughts?
The logic core is a precious technological breakthrough that grants mechanical creations the ability to have independent consciousness.
Whoa, wait a minute. We're talking that everything has consciousness now?
To pass the forbidden fruit test and be truly endowed the soul of an individual.
Knowing that Bang Boo also have a logic core, then what happens to Eos when we kind of ride inside him? Them? I have lots of questions right now, and it's not coming to really good answers. Lots of existential questions. Lots of existential dread. Much like that one side quest I did with the North Bang Boo. That was pretty existential. Oof. That was heavy.
However, this kind of technology is not required for production tools like industrial machines.
Okay.
I admit that the efficiency and work capacity of Belobog's heavy machinery are superb, but the cost of production and maintenance is going to be out of this world. Unfortunately, buyers on the market love pursuing these unnecessary and uncontrollable gold-plated features.
Absolutely.
So the industries followed suit
I'm almost sad I didn't play that one on stream. But by the same token, how am I supposed to know when a certain side quest is supposed to be something more main, especially when it doesn't involve any of the characters other than yourself? But yeah, no, that shit got dark fast, like lightning fast. It was so scary. You'd think we would have been tipped off by the fact that it started with a murder mystery.
Let me ask you, if you want to make an axe that chops wood faster, will you equip it with jet thrusters, AI systems, and a voice that yells at you, "Master, Master," every time you poke it?
Why would you poke at an axe that chops wood faster, though? Just saying. Also, why... A jet axe, so cool! I wouldn't mind it calling me Master. Yeah, sounds good. It's almost like Rocket Punch. A jet axe sounds really cool.
Whoa, a jet axe? I'd like to see that.
I just want to piss off Betty. Because she's being unnecessarily mean to Grace. Don't get me wrong. Some of it is deserved with Grace's airheadedness. Absolutely deserved how much she's kind of like ragging on Grace. But some of it is totally undeserved.
You're the kind of person who still watches cartoons even though you're grown up, right?
Is there a problem with that?
Tools are just tools. Their value lies in being easy to get, easy to use, and easy to replace. Use them while they're good, and chuck them out once they're broken. Personifying or putting them before humans is heresy.
I'm liking her less and less. And I've only really done Coletas and Nekomatas and of course Soldier 11s. That's why I was kind of half dodging your streams, because you were doing some of the stories I hadn't done yet. But I'm liking her less and less. Going back to the playback. This, excuse you, you can still have fun. One can still have fun. Watching stuff. I will always go back to my shoot. I went down the wrong pipe. But my old yeah, me too. I mean, like, there's a limit. I will agree. There's a limit to, with tools, you should replace them as soon as they become, you know, unusable. But you do what you can to keep them running until you can't anymore, right? Much like humans. And then with the kind of person, so what, I still will go to my freaking government teacher. You have to grow old, not grow up. Have fun with that. You're just a sourpuss. Like I said, I do agree with her in some sense, especially with how pissy she is about Grace, because Grace is a little too airheaded. She's like the absent-minded professor in some degree, but Betty's taking it a bridge too far.
And that's exactly the type of person your teacher is. She's mastered new applications for personified operating systems, and in doing so, has grown contemptuous of humanity.
You're making an assumption.
She's just a weirdo obsessed with tools who gets things backwards. Okay.
I think that was an oopsie, that okay. I think that might have been like the famous line in freaking Sonic 06 where it was a flub that they accidentally kept in. She's stretching it too far, I think. Saying that Grace has grown contemptuous of humanity. I don't think she's gone that far. You know? It's just that what she is to me is that she's a little and those who are this, feel free to correct me if and more likely when I'm wrong. She's a little autistic coded. She finds it simpler to deal with machines because it's just simple ones and zeros and, you know, does this go here, does that go there, versus people because people are complex. She's not broken, she's just different. That's it. You're the one who's being an asshole about it. Oi! Leave that machine alone! That child!
Huh? How is it moving again?
Because you only soft rebooted it! So of course it's coming back online, you moron!
Hang on. Stop right now. I was being careless just now, not hostile. Ah!
Grace?
Abort startup.
There we go.
That was a close one, but luckily I caught it. Didn't I say not to provoke this kid?
Betty, what are you doing here?
I didn't provoke the kid. That was
yeah,
Betty.
Nothing. Just here to
I
inform
will throw
you.
her on the bus.
Three Gates Corp has officially recognized my company's application for tech cooperation. And, well, only one of us will be granted resource support on the evaluation day. Be forewarned, Grace.
I see. Well, thanks so much for passing on the message. If there's nothing else, I'll keep tweaking my little problem child, okay? Oh, yeah. And as for you, thanks for your support today. I'll give you a call when I need a hand next time. You can head off now.
See, very simple. That's what she is.
See that? Something might have happened just now, but she clearly cared more about the machine than her own apprentice. That's the cold iron witch I know.
Okay, hold on. Rewind this again. Let's discuss. Even assuming that I was the apprentice. Let's assume that her assumption is correct, because part of what she's assuming is incorrect to start, but this is her mindset. I'm Grace's apprentice. She cares more about the machine than her own apprentice. No, she doesn't. There was an issue. That issue has been solved. That's it. I'm not the one at fault. She didn't scold me for doing what you were guilty of doing. And God, she is overcomplicating what Grace's actions mean. never, there is the saying, never attribute to malice what you can attribute to stupidity, but there's also kind of like a side thing that I've kind of brought to the table is never attribute to, you know, malice or stupidity what is supposed to be genuine underneath. You know, you don't know that maybe it's just that simple. Look, I thought that this thing was about to break. I said stop. The thing stopped. I'm gonna work on this to get it fixed. He doesn't need to continue, even if I was her apprentice. It makes no difference.
But it's fine. I'll soon let her know to never take people lightly.
That's dangerous. That seems very dangerous. I assume that's probably the corrupt data that hopped into freaking Betty's phone. If I had to guess. That's what's gonna happen. Wise. They're downloading stuff over there. Welcome back, Val. You seem to have something to say. Did anything happen? So Betty and Grace had an argument over differing views on machines. It's a shame I wasn't there to witness it. There wasn't a cat fight, Wise. I know you probably would have liked to see that, but honestly, Grace wasn't interested. According to Grace, she might have contacted us again before the press conference. That should be the last contact unless something else crops up. After that, we could settle the mission. I have to admit, I'm itching to know more. We should probably dig into Grace's past when the opportunity comes back. Keep an eye on the group chat. While we wait for Grace's messages, you can get back to your daily tasks. Thanks for your hard work. Wow, that was a short part of the story. Compared to all the other stories, that was like a short little hop, step, and a jump. Alright. Let's finish up Grace's story. One day after you help Grace adjust the machines, you unexpectedly see a familiar figure on 6th Street. It's Grace's competitor, Betty Brenda. Never trust a woman with two names. Well, let me rephrase that. Never trust a person with two first names as their names. Betty Brenda, what's she doing here? You need to share the news with your sibling. Huh? What's Betty doing here? Street CCTV images received. She appeared to be talking to an officer, and judging by her body language, 1, they were engaged in a heated discussion, 2, they were quietly arguing. Suggestion: to better complete Grace Howard's commission, Master should learn more about this conversation. Barry, what's your goal here? I just really want to know. AI has a right to gossip too. I'm with Fairy on this one. Go listen in, Belle. She thinks you're Grace's apprentice anyway, so there won't be any trouble. Alright. Make sure that the meeting point is safe. How many times do I have to repeat this? Are you Grace's apprentice? What are you doing here? One sec. What brings you here? Does the Iron Witch have a message for me? I'm just passing by. You've got way better manners than your master. Fine. There's actually no better time for you to be here than now. I happen to have a message for your master. He's already lost this bid. What? I've already completed my research and already submitted the results to Three Gates for review. We'll soon hold a presentation to demonstrate my results. I'm the first one to hit the target. Go back and tell your master she's welcome to attend the presentation. I'll post the address on the Knock Knock business channel. Just make sure she checks it. Our long-time rivalry is finally coming to an end. Don't let your master run away from the ending. Please tell her what I said. See you soon. Alrighty. Probably should have went all the way around the corner, but I don't care. I'm lazy. I say I'm lazy and I'm going through 2 loading screens. Oh man. Well, you're finally back. Here, have some water. Please tell me everything you know. You won't believe this. You won't believe. That's unexpected. Not only did Betty complete her technical research early, she's also inviting a rival to a presentation. Awesome. I can't wait to see them bite each other's head off. Barry, please don't speak like those netizens on the internet. And Belle, we should tell Grace and text Grace and tell her about it right away. Grace, you in? I'm not here. How are you replying to me that... Quit fiddling around with those children of yours. We have some key intel for you. She bragged about how she's going to win the bid and put together a meet and greet with the 3 gate reps. She asked Belle to get... sorry, this is Wise talking. She asked Belle to get you to attend too. The actress in the Knock Knock Business Channel. Hang on, let me see. Somewhat strange. What's that? The strange for this meet and greet. It's inside a hollow. Huh? Inside a hollow? Yeah, a companion hollow off of the Lemian Hollow. It's an old construction site. I'm guessing Betty's technical milestone has to do with that modded Guardian mech of hers. Maybe she's meeting those reps inside the hollow to give a proper demonstration of its firepower? One of the 3 departments of the 3 Gates Corp is military. Their tech corporation is based off military tech. That makes sense. Want to go to the meeting, Grace? Up to you. Yeah, let's go and take a look. It'll be a big loss for Belobog if we miss out on this bid. Knowing your enemy isn't always the worst thing. Besides, we can check out to see if there's new tech in action. I could count on you. Could I count on you two for navigation? Let me know when you're ready. I'm ready whenever. Alrighty. To the HDD. The Witch's Trial.
I only handle technical matters.
Huh? Hey, don't look down on me. Good day, Proxy.
And yeah, no, let's go with this.
Get going.
This will be my, like I said, I wanted Grace as part of my team for Kaleda, and this works out with Lucy. Let's see how this team works out. I need to get more water. Following various navigation, everyone is finally brought to Betty's location.
You're too slow, Iron Witch. Betty! I'm already warmed
I
up.
love
Introducing the
You're
new
too slow,
tactical
Iron
mech,
Witch.
upgraded
Insulting
from
the hell out of her.
CoreLogic
Betty,
OS.
hi!
Witch Hunter Alpha. Come on, demonstrate your might to our guests. Commence offensive maneuvers at 6 o'clock and 9 o'clock.
Following orders.
Ooh. I like that.
What?
Rick responds in a clear human voice and instantly performs a complex array of tactical motion.
Is it AI enabled?
Oh, what's wrong, Grace? Hard to believe the personality OS you were so proud of has been replicated by someone like me. A cheaper, more productive, and easier to deploy modular personality OS. The maintenance costs are half what you pay. There are none of the whole stability or personality disorder risks you fretted about. Didn't the market applaud your tech patents? They'd always say only someone who loves tech as much as Grace could achieve this.
Let's watch and see how this fails, because this is going to spit in Betty's face in about 5 seconds.
The cold and withdrawn Iron Witch, a weirdo who treats machines like people. This black magic you've been researching for so long, cracked just like that by me. Ooh.
Task complete. I suggest switching to auto defense mode. Is that okay, Master?
That sounds like a bad idea.
Go ahead.
Oh god, of course she did. That sounded like a bad idea from the start. And then 3, 2, 1.
Its intelligence
Hubris.
system is crude, but I like its gumption. Approximately 1/1,000th as professional as me.
With how professional she is.
Enough, Fairy. Don't add fuel to the fire. Belle, how is Grace doing?
Grace, are you okay?
That voice.
Is so lovely.
Of course. Like I said, I feel like she's a little bit autistic coded because the fact that she's focusing, like hyper focused, either if not autistic, then definitely some ADHD. She's hyper focusing on the things that matter to her. That voice, I like it. It's wonderful. Perfect. I don't care that I'm losing this. This is amazing.
She gave in so easily. But somehow, I'm not surprised at all.
At all.
It responded to the voice command and executed the instructions without any redundant movements, and the steering mechanism's brake nozzle is gorgeous. It only listed one default command when recommending actions,
God, I love the way
and
she's...
still so immature. I love it!
I love the way that she loves this stuff. It is just so fun to watch.
Oh, enjoying it? Why are you admiring your rival's work?
Because it doesn't matter to her.
This kid looks really good.
Grace, you can't praise your rival like that.
Yes, I don't like it yet. You claim to have replicated Bellabog Industries' patent, but I won't buy it just like that. I'll believe it when I see this kid show us a little more.
Also, the fact that if she replicated the patent, isn't that patent infringement? Just saying.
Show it to me. Right here, right now. Best if you let me pick it apart myself so I can see better.
You thought that she was back on, on what would be a more quote-unquote human side, but no, she's like, I have my own motive here. Much like
this is getting weirder and
much
weirder.
like I only asked you here because I thought you were gonna bring EOS. Otherwise, I don't really care.
Why would I let my rival disassemble my work? But, well, you do have a point. I'll have Witch Hunter Alpha accompany you to demonstrate the difference in technological achievements. I've uploaded the coordinates of Three Gates' meeting place to Witch Hunter Alpha's memory. Enjoy its company and appreciate its skills along the way.
Really? Thanks. But this doesn't mean I concede.
I'm starting to worry she might side with the enemy.
This isn't necessarily the enemy, but we'll just pretend like that's a thing.
This is the meeting point Betty mentioned. I didn't expect this kind of company. Prepare for combat. Let's go.
We get to have some fun. That's something they need to fix a little bit, I think. Oh, hello. Alright.
Every effort counts!
And away we go.
It's my turn. Ugh.
Here we go!
Disorder, yes! That's what I want out of this. I want to get disorder. This battle system feels like it's built almost completely on disorder. Oh, it's already gone. Okay.
Max potential energy. Don't get in my way! Okay.
God, those disorder hits are so hard. That's why I feel in my brain, you gotta have at least one other one. A monotype team is not as strong as it could be. In my opinion. Upon hearing your warning, the proud mechanic person went, haha, these small-time ethereals are no match for my almighty Witch Hunter Alpha. Okay. I guess we're gonna guide the Witch Hunter.
Alright, Witch Hunter Alpha, enable escort mode. Take out the ethereals up ahead first.
Orders received. Suppressing with force.
Impressive.
No valid targets remaining.
Most impressive.
That was fast and so accurate.
Don't praise your rival.
There's no problem with praising your rival.
Oh, I am just getting started.
Warning. Units with high ether activity detected ahead.
Aye.
They are likely strong enemies. A direct confrontation is not suggested.
Betty.
Scanning for a suitable detour.
High-risk ethereals locked. Commence annihilation.
It just sped off.
Epic.
Incredible! Such a powerful hit!
Witch Hunter Alpha suddenly speaks with a smooth, synthesized mechanical voice, seeking your evaluation on whether or not its actions align with yes or no. I will just praise it generically.
Feedback saved to data table.
Detour route cancelled.
It's rendered your job useless, Fairy. What do you feel about that?
Warning. The area ahead contains many unfinished buildings. The path forward is blocked. Strategy modification is required. Scanning for a suitable detour.
Is it trying to force its way through?
That's actually ill-advised.
Now that's surprising.
Because who knows if this whole building decides to collapse on top of us.
Can everybody hear me? I've decided to give you a special demonstration of the long-range firepower of Witch Hunter Alpha.
Okay.
The personalized operating system I built is more precise than your version, Grace. You can command it effortlessly. Witch Hunter Alpha, destroy hostile units ahead. Open fire!
Target locked. Awaiting orders. Catapult. Guided missile launched.
Ooh.
It missed.
No, it's still. So you could tell, right? Now, correct. It can identify the best target to strike.
Whoops. That was probably not intended.
Interesting.
Allowing Witch Hunter Alpha superior firepower, mobility, response speed, and response speed. The group arrives at the location Betty provided.
We're here. Good timing. The 3 Gates reps and public security will arrive shortly. How about it, Grace? Willing to admit defeat?
I'm willing to admit this kid is indeed a superior mech with strong firepower, good mobility, and responsive controls. A weapon well suited for mass production.
However,
When I first encountered it a few days back, it didn't have the Personality OS installed. I never expected our patent to be reverse engineered to such an extent in such little time.
I finally got to see the day that Grace admits defeat.
Not just yet. I have a question to ask you first.
Ask away.
It's not a question for you. It's for the kid.
What?
Grace approaches Witch Hunter Alpha, now in defense mode. When its targeting system illuminates her, she says,
Witch Hunter Alpha, how high should the driver's seat be set?
I have neither a pulpit nor a seat. Your question does not make any sense.
fair play.
What if you were to suggest a seat height? What would it be?
Nothing over 140 centimeters.
That's a tall seat. After listening to Witch Hunter Alpha's response, Grace she quickly leaves the mech, deliberately passing by the targeting system's dead zone.
Seat height? What kind of question is that?
Betty, shut down Witch Hunter Alpha right now, or uninstall the Personality OS. We need to take it out of the holo ASAP.
What nonsense.
I'm curious as to what Grace gleaned from that, because that is really strange. Okay, she obviously knows a lot more than she's letting on, and she's not really letting us know fully what's in there. But asking for seat height and saying 140, what's going on?
I have no idea how you've gotten your hands on it, but I'm certain your Personality OS is plagiarized from the data frame I've deployed in our prototype.
Which, by the way, if it is, that means that you've completely plagiarized, and I need water, that's why I'm gonna get up in a second. But, you've infringed on patent, and that's not a good thing. Anyway, I'll be right back. I'm gonna let that filter down for a second. So I got some more hydration out of the last regs before I had to fill it up. Alright.
Hey, no need for such ugly accusations. Resorting to this all because you can't admit failure? Just because you asked a useless question, you're now accusing me of plagiarism?
140 centimeters. That was Coletta's height back then.
Huh?
The former president of Belobog Industries, Coletta's father and my mentor, Horse, when he finalized his prototype, he calibrated a specific seat height so that his daughter could pilot it from the get-go. That height was directly embedded into the logic core. On the way here, I realized Witch Hunter Alpha's thinking patterns were similar to those of our kids. I was suspicious if you'd used the same data framework. The answer to this question has finally convinced me.
I was curious. Obviously, she knows something we don't. But I was like, well, that is such a weird question to figure out that she stole the freaking framework.
Only our prototype, a Belobog Industries mech, could know this by default. Because my sweet pea gets mad if the seat is set too high.
You and your venomous slander! That's just a coincidence!
It's fair. That's a fair comeback.
You know deep in your heart it's not. Listen to me, buddy. The logic core data from the prototype hasn't had comprehensive troubleshooting yet. There's still lots of corrupted data that needs stripping away. Using a copied framework means it's also contaminated with corrupted data. And we've already been inside the Hollow for over 2 hours. This kid is at risk of losing control at any second.
Why would... No way. You're lying. I won't be tricked.
Really? Still not giving up. Fine. Here's another task for Witch Hunter Alpha then. Translate this. Red, green, red, red, green.
Red, green. Now what
I know this one. I know what she's gonna get now.
Box, bucket. Box, box, bucket.
Huh? How are you speaking in unison?
Because this is the cognitive command code I installed when I debugged my kid. Wake up, Betty. Turn off Witch Hunter Alpha right now.
You can tell it's plagiarized because she copied all the errors over too.
Warning. Hostile behavior detected. Initiating self-defense mode.
I know you're just bluffing. Go, Witch Hunter Alpha.
Of
Get
course.
rid of this trickster witch.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, huh?
Betty, watch out!
Why? Because when she made the copy, the child at the time was not very happy with her.
Hostile targets locked. Commencing pursuit.
Target system chases non-existent enemies, and Witch Hunter Alpha plunges into the depths of the Hollow.
Proxy, let's go after it!
Come on. Witch Hunter Alpha, stop! It's lost control. After it!
Just double checking this bit. Let's just ensure there's nothing else going on. Oh, we got... Okay. We got corruption going on here. Okay. I'm not used to corruption actually existing outside of Hollow Zero.
It's just a simple mistake, a little hiccup.
That child is your heart and soul, right? Hurry up!
Owie.
It's that guided missile.
Has it stopped?
Can't move.
I've updated the target for the guidance module. You're just a machine. You dare defy me?
It's an AI! It has sentience!
What? It dodged it?
We've established that these AIs have sentience now, you stupid... Ugh. You've established this, like it's not even...
Alpha, enough now! Do as I say! Stop!
Was, I,
Like, if she wasn't the one that established that these things are basically, you know, sentient, and then she copied the frickin' core...
Watch out, surprise attack. We'll be tagged in.
You rang?
Wanna help me test this? Here we go.
More and more and more. Let's kick some booty. Hey, this is actually the monster that was in Grace's demo.
Leave everything to me. Every effort counts. Beat it. Ready? Here I come.
Rip through it. I love it. I love it.
No! Why won't you?
Don't lose your head. Just get after it.
Warning. Increase in engine output detected.
Thank you.
Very well then. You forced my hand. Now, set the explosives along its current trajectory. Go down! It's still moving. Why? Why?
Reasons. Just making sure there's nothing else here. Let's do it. Let's rip through. Rip and tear your guts.
Warning. Fire control system and onboard weapons have been damaged. Entering attack mode.
The target's hull has been damaged. Ether activity is steadily increasing.
That's no good. We're not doing enough damage to stop it.
Oh gosh, how could this happen?
Because you tried to copy Grace's stuff?
Betty, what now? Any contingency strategies?
You're asking me?
Of course I'm asking you. You're that child's mechanic. You know it inside and out. Think about how to solve this problem.
The logic core is already corrupted. I can't command it.
Pull yourself together. Now's not the time to be pessimistic.
Careful. That mech's attacks are growing in intensity.
Are there any software vulnerabilities we can exploit? Any hardware damage? Contingency protocols? Module defects? Think! Quick!
Run.
What's that?
Run! Just run! I admit it. I plagiarized your data framework. I just built a simulation layer over the top of the base structure. I don't know how to deal with this situation. Let's run. Our weapons aren't enough to deal with it. And it
But actually, if she admitted, that means that we'll probably have at least...
So, what about your mission, then? What about the 3 Gates reps?
I'll explain things to them and let this crazy piece of metal fend for itself. And we can still call up the HIA to come take care of it.
What kind of joke is that?
That read, though! Can I listen to that again? That was awesome!
What kind of joke is that?
And we can still call up the HIA to come take care of it.
What kind of joke is that?
Okay, I know that I've looked up Grace's VA before, but we're doing it again. Because that was applause worthy. That was amazing. Where are you? Gracie. Chelsea Quokka. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, Chelsea. But holy moly. That was just wow.
What kind of joke is that?
That read was amazing. No notes. A+. Wow. Someone who's been pushed to the edge when she's trying to help, and Betty is giving up, and she's like, no, what are you talking about? That is like the only thing I don't like about this has nothing to do with the voice actress. It's unfortunately a limitation of the engine because her face right now doesn't look as pissed as it should be. This is a game thing that's an issue, not anything to do with the voice actress. The voice actress killed it. 10 out of 10. No notes. I love it. Actually, yes, I would be afraid hearing that.
I'm shaken to my core. Hope nobody noticed.
Why can't we run away? Anyone with common sense would do the same. We're facing an experimental weapon that's out of control, and our only control tool is broken. That's it. Let's leave things up to public security or the HIA. It's totally reasonable.
I like this. This is exactly what she said, but now with a very specified situation in mind at the beginning. When a tool is broken, you get rid of it and you replace it. That is the solution to the problem in her view. I will say this to her defense. It also depends on cost. Obviously, Belobog Industries is willing to stomach the cost of continuing to repair and replace pieces to their children. And if you can, then absolutely you should. Why not? But at some point, it might be a little bit more cost effective to do the replace method that Betty is doing. But obviously, this is all with the assumption in specific that these things are not sentient and have a freaking artificial soul. At that point, now it's like, okay, hold on. Now I'm on Grace's side 110%. In the real world, it's a 50-50 toss-up. It depends on how much money you can throw at the problem. But in this fictional world where these artificial intelligences are sentient and have a soul, be it artificial or not, I'm on Grace's side 100%.
I know what you're thinking. You just won't give up on that mech. You want to save it like it's a person.
Because
this obsession with machinery is fanaticism. Why are you making me stay with you?
I'll side with her on that last statement, though. Okay, Grace wants to save the child. Fair plays. Even I agree we should probably make an attempt to save the child as much as we can. But forcing the mother to try and save the child when they have no idea what to do with it. Let's go with real world equivalencies here, okay? Real world equivalencies here is the child was given up for adoption, and I hate, sorry, a little bit of trigger warnings here for me being a little bit more, what's the word I want to use here? Uncaring about very, very sensitive subjects. But the child's given up for adoption, and you're going to force the mother to take the child back because of the fact that, you know, she would know best being the child's mother, and that's not always a great solution. That child's not going to be in the best place. So to force the mother, in this case Betty, to do something when Grace may have a better solution. But then again, Grace hasn't said anything since her roar, so...
Enough with all your nonsense, leaving problems behind for someone else to handle. You're just shirking your obligations.
My previous thing still holds, because yes, you can bitch and moan at that mother all you want. You stick that child back with the mother, it's not gonna end well.
You're that child's mechanic. It's your responsibility to deal with it. Run away? Have you thought about how many other people would be risking their lives because you neglected your duty?
Ooh, that's actually something I didn't even think of, because my analogy doesn't account for that in specific. Because in technicality, yeah, no, you are basically saying, oh yeah, now we're jumping to a different analogy. I left an entire minefield in the middle of no man's land Warzone, and it's gonna be, yeah. Oh, where did you put it? Oh, I don't know, I just stuck it out there, so we'll leave it for somebody else to try and pick up. Excuse you? Betty's shrewd expression gradually collapses beneath the anger of Grace's rebuke. It takes her a few seconds to squeeze out a stifled cry and answer.
I don't know what to do.
Also, by the way, applause for Betty's voice actress. I don't know who it is. Unfortunately, she's not credited at the moment, but she does a good job.
Hand over the control panel.
Huh? What are you gonna do?
Take back control.
Take back control of the logic core while it's being corrupted by ether? How?
You said that you only built an emulated control layer, right? If the central control system and mech command are carried through the emulated control layer instead of direct authorization from the logic core, then there's still a chance.
But that'll be almost impossible unless some magic happens.
Huh. I love this line. This is actually, translators did it. I don't know if this, I'm gonna say the translators killed it with this line. He's been calling her the Iron Witch. And now she's saying this thing that Grace is going to attempt is impossible unless there's magic. Magic? Witch.
Frosty Cold Iron Witch.
Huh?
Kill it, Grace.
Isn't that the name you've been mocking me with?
And she knows that she's been mocking her with it. She just doesn't care.
If you need some magic, don't you need a witch on your side?
Oh, damn it, Grace. You've done it. God damn it. Okay, hold on. Ah, shoot, my mouse is not working. I need to get my USB splitter fixed. Okay, I think that's what it is. Hold on. Bots. I need to get to the bot. I need that count to go up because it is necessary. Oh, it's clear coins. Somewhat, but it should have been on the earlier one. Oh no, I was right. What's the count of clairvoyance right now? Oh, it's because it's not supposed to be count. It's just, it's this. There we go. We got it. Count of clairvoyance is up 1. I just forgot what the command was. Absolutely, this is what was needed for the roar, but unfortunately it wasn't used in the roar. I'd actually like to revisit this in Japanese and see how they do it. I know that this is a Chinese developed game, but I don't understand Chinese and it's not gonna be as well done or as understood by me anyway. We'll revisit it after we're done here. Oh no, it's just straight dead. Alright, down we go. There's the machine. There's the child. I still think that the term child was a little weird to use, but I do understand what the point of the usage of the term is. Oh, that was a mistake.
Just watch me. Come on, try harder.
You don't agree, Sho?
To the rescue. Perfect timing.
Unfortunately, nobody that I have with me can deflect those bullets.
Beat it. Blast power test.
Okay.
Disorder!
Its main control system's damaged.
But child is not usually
Give me
used.
the control panel. What?
I understand that they're women, quotation marks, but
Switch permissions to G44. Ceasefire control radar module. Change power distribution to manual. Restart energy pump. Too slow. Its logic core is out of control. We won't make it. Is the soft reboot button in the middle of its frame? Yeah. Wait, you want to try a manual reboot?
here we go.
Are you out of your mind?
That's a bad read because it doesn't sound like she's yelling after her, but
Disable weapons.
I'm going to
It's done.
I'm gonna blame that on the ADR director for not or what point still being that it's somebody else's fault, but it's not the actors in particular. God, the animation in this game is so good on these cutscenes.
Right here.
And here we start with the well, I'll mention it after we're done here. Oh dear. Of all the things they could have made her say that. Oh dear. Oh no would have been the stronger one.
What?
The foot fetishists got at least something out of this today. I don't understand what it is with Grace and feet in this game. Like, why? She's got a lot of other assets that are very, very well done. Her personality, amongst other things. But both this and her freaking cinema mindscape is all about her feet.
Yikes. I never expected those PubSec agents to come so fast. I didn't get a chance to appreciate that kid's insulation coat as much as I would have liked.
Of course.
What a texture, despite all the battle damage.
Grace, you're awesome.
Looks like Grace isn't a machine maniac with the screw loose. Her wealth of professional expertise just shows in unconventional ways.
Exactly.
Hey, that was rude. Do you think it's easy being a corporate technician like me? Especially considering how young I am.
How young are you?
As an apology, I'll let you give me this cute little thing to pet. I mean, research for a few days.
No.
We'll never hand Eos over to you.
We have two others in our house. We have 18 and we have 6. We'll give you one of those. Eos is not one that we're handing over, I'm just saying.
Betty. Betty Brenda!
If you want to laugh at me, be my guest. I've got nothing to say.
God, the voice acting is so good in here when it's directed well.
Great job constructing that emulated control layer. Huh? The voice print conversion command was so good I almost got fooled. Even though the incomplete data framework caused lots of operational errors and low efficiency, there's still lots of room for improvement. If you're interested in Personality OS research, I can give you some sample data from our prototype. Of course, you'll have to wait until your suspension is over and you've regained your mechanics license.
Ooh, she just got burned. This is unintentional by Grace.
I lost completely, thoroughly. Good luck with your technical collaboration, Grace Howard.
The young mechanic follows the marching units out of the hollow once more, and just for a second, her back seemed a little bit straighter. I'm not gonna call her that.
You're still willing to give her sample data?
Proxy, have you heard of horsepower as a unit of measurement?
Yes.
It indicates how many horses would be required for an equivalent output of force.
Exactly.
Industrial machinery usually has a horsepower of several hundred or several thousand. Don't you think this is a real boon for horses? Because these machines end up saving hundreds of them from the pain of manual labor.
That's not exactly what it means, but okay, we'll follow this analogy to where it's going.
People are just the same. An industrial machine can save dozens of engineer teams from hollow-related danger, and a tactical mech can save several combat squads from having to face ethereals. And me? Actually, I can't say that I simply love machinery. All I'm infatuated with is the prospect of saving humans from getting ruined inside the hollows, and sparing their families all the suffering and grief.
I feel like you lied to me with that first part of that sentence. Not to say that the second part of that sentence is not true, but I feel like that first part of the sentence is probably a little bit more true than the second part.
I may have destroyed many times the machines that my peers, indirectly or otherwise, have. So that's really why I'm a witch, you know? Even if it makes me cry out in sorrow, I still have to send these kids out there to face fatal threats. But if there were more witches like me in New Eridu's future, just a few more people willing to care for these machines and shed tears for their sacrifices, well, maybe these kids would be more willing to forgive us for what we expect of them.
And that's how you avoid the AI robot apocalypse. Just be kind to them before you send them to their death. Yeah, and just to actually finish, now that I'm not in the middle of a fight, show with your analogy to ships versus the weirdness of calling them children. In specific, it's because it's not attributing a ship to a woman, it's gendering the inanimate object, whereas you are not gendering anything by calling it a child. You are personifying it, but you're not gendering it. Where everything to do with ships starts from a place of gendering and then becomes personification after the fact. All right. Should tools just be... Absolutely. I agree with Grace more than Betty, at the very least. I'm somewhere in between in actuality, but if I had to, especially with the tools that we were talking about there, I would agree more with Grace. Okay, real quick, I'm gonna change. I want to hear that scream in Japanese. Let's see what the hell happens. Language, voice language, Nihongo. Back to the video archive. Iron Witch. Obsession versus Miracle of the Witch. I'm gonna assume it's this one. I'm just skipping through to the point.
ベティ、これから私に聞いてるの？もちろんさ。君はあの子のメカニックだろ？
Okay, slowing down because I think we're getting there. Bang boos are gendered? Are they? But not in the same way. Well, let me get through this. We'll discuss it a little
君が
further.
一番知っているはずだよ。今すぐ対策を考えよう。もう論理コアが侵食されてる。私の命令なんて聞くはずが。しっかりするんだ。今は弱音を吐いている場合じゃないよ。
気をつけて。暴走したロボットはますます攻勢を強めている。
利用できそうなセキュリティホールはある？ハードウェアの損傷は？緊急時プロトコルは？モジュールの欠陥は？とにかく考えるんだ。走る。なんだって。
走れんすよ、逃げろ。
走るんだ。すぐにこの場から離れる。認めるよ。確かに私はあんたの重機からフレームワークをコピーした。それを土台に疑似的な制御レイヤーを構築しただけ。だから暴走した時の対処なんて私に
Waiting
も
for it. Waiting for it. I guess I haven't gotten to Rina's story, if that's what we're getting to, because I have no idea.
だから逃げるしかない。私たちの武器じゃ太刀打ちできないし、侵食が進むのを待ってるようなもの。君の任務はどうなる？3ゲートの代表だってもうすぐここに来るんだよ。フォローを出たらちゃんと説明するから。それにどうせ
Here we go.
後で調査協会の人間が来るし。ふざけないで。
Oh, that was actually pretty good too. That was actually pretty good too. Hold on. Play that one again. Play that back.
ふざけないで。ふざけないで。
Yeah, hot damn. That was good too. I'm curious to see what this is.
びっくりした。グレースさんもこんな風に怒鳴るんだね。
Alright, I'm gonna skip the rest of this. Because all I needed to hear was that Fusakenaide!
メインシステム損傷。今がチャンスだ。ベティ、操作パネルを。パネル？自立優先度を下げて。疑似権限は G44。火器完成剥奪。配電を手動に変えて。動力リブート。早く。
She said hurry instead of too slow, but that's okay.
論理コアが暴走してる。間に合わない。リセット用スイッチを真ん中に。ちょっと手動で止めるわけ？
Yeah, if there's one thing I don't like about this system is the fact that we have to skip through all of this. I can't just listen to the one thing. Alright, we've already done Kaleda's, so all we have left are these two. The two from the, I guess I'll keep going in order at this point. The only reason I skipped to Kaleda's over Grace's first was just because since I had pulled Kaleda's, I wanted to increase her friendship, her trust already. So I needed to do Kaleda's story. Actually, hold on. Before I do that, is there a cutscene that I don't remember with Kaleda that we can listen to Kaleda's Japanese voices real quick? Voice? No. I want to like a... Does she not have like a fighting? Yeah, I don't think she did. That could be. Because there wasn't a writing this thing.
ふと思ったんだ。あんだけ七点抜刀して結局大した意味はなかったって。うん。パパを刑務所に入れられなかったし。そういう意味で言ったんじゃねえよ。結局。
I really like Kaleda's Japanese voice actress a little bit more. Not that Kaleda's English voice actress does anything bad. In fact, actually, you want to know what? I'm going to skip this one, and I know exactly what we're going to watch in Kaleda's voice actress. Japanese voice actress. It's going to be in the main story. It's the you say run moment. Here we are. Heart of the machine. I want to hear Kaleda's voice in this. Let's go. God, this is so cool. Here we go. It's right from this point that this fucking scene gets real. This scene, more than most of them, gives me freaking Gurren Lagann vibes. Like, Anton already obviously is pretty much, you know, Gurren Lagann coded, but this one also gives me that feel. And then this music is just basically you say run. I love this. God, I love the latest Japanese voice actor for this. This is so cool. I'm sorry we're rewatching a scene that we've seen before, and we're gonna get to Wolf Daddy's stuff, but. In Japanese, Bellabog still exists because she's called Koreta Bellabog. But in the what's the word I'm looking for? But the company's name is not Bellabog Heavy Construction. At least it doesn't come across. Alright, let's do this. Wolf Daddy, let's go! Let's at least get through like the first little chapter before we give up. Tonight's a chill night. So you've been chatting leisurely with Wise until you hear an unexpected message notification. Wise, I received a strange message. With waning moon up on high, the chosen shall descend as the clock strikes midnight. O sinners, await, for thy judgment is nigh. That is a little cringy. I wonder who sent it. Lycon. Lycon? I see. Wait, Lycon? The one I know? We only know one Lycon. Well, I know what happened. His account got hacked, and the hacker sent us to taunt us. But it sounds like him, because he asked us politely if we would be free in 5 minutes and that he'd be coming to the video store. Did something happen? But this whole thing feels just a little weird. What could it be? Could it be that Lycon, despite seeming quite serious, is actually cut like this deep down? I mean, maybe. You never know a person until you really get into their shoes, so... You thought so too. He must be really good at hiding it from most of the time. Oh, he says he's almost at the video store. Typical Lycon. Always so quick to act. Let's go... Oh, we should go back and wait for him at the store.
My apologies for disturbing you. I am here today to discuss a commission with you, Master Proxies.
God, his voice. Oh, it makes me melt inside. Oh, like I said, I'm not even bi, but that kind of voice just makes me melt. I want to hear more of it.
I trust the both of you have already read the forum post of declared criminal intent I sent you.
You copy-pasted it somebody else's... Okay.
Didn't see anything. Did you forget to send it?
I believe I reposted it in the group chat.
That explains that, at least.
My most sincere apologies. I failed to send it properly. Ellen just taught me how to long press and send internet links, but it appears I only managed to copy the title.
He sounds so embarrassed about it too. He's cringing on the inside. Oh, my poor wolf boy.
Oh, so that weird text Lycon sent us was the title of an internet post.
You know what? That's a relief.
So Lycon is still himself after all.
I yet remain apologetic for my mistake. In order to not waste your time, allow me to read the contents of the post aloud for you. With the waning moon nigh, the chosen shall descend as the clock strikes midnight. O sinners, await judgment in silence. That is what the title says. And now allow me to read the contents for you. On the day of revelation, during the embers of the waning moon, I shall become the chosen of the heavens and descend upon this land of sins, taking back the divine heart in the name of hope.
That sounds so stilted to read. Dude. Okay, I gotta give props again to the voice actor because... Mr. Nicholas Thurkettle. Oh my god. Hey, your voice makes me melt. I love it. Stop making me so gay. I promise. I'll be nice. Second. Second is that he's reading this so well. It sounds so stilted because, again, he's reading something that he normally wouldn't write himself.
Signed, the Companion of Justice.
Well, that all sounds pretty mysterious. Do you understand any of that, Wise?
Oh, no, wait. Wrong one. I got used to hitting skip.
I understand each word on its own, but when put together... Lycon, would you mind translating?
Considering the follow-up posts made by this poster, this thread should be a declaration that the poster intends to infiltrate a hollow tonight to steal a famous painting that will be in transport then.
I see.
And this very painting belongs to one of my current employers. As a qualified attendant, it is my duty to protect my client's assets. Thus, I was hoping to have you accompany me into the hollow and help stop the theft.
I see.
Well, we can, but this post looks like a prank written by a kid trying to sound edgy.
Indeed, you aren't wrong to think that way. I too have considered that possibility.
Oh, so you know the meaning of edgy.
I was gonna say!
The word edgy appeared in the comments multiple times. In order to figure out the exact meaning of this term, I scoured the web and carefully perused several books on the topic before getting an understanding of the nuance behind it.
Oh my god, this guy's so cool. Why didn't I get him as one of my freaking S-rank fools? Oh, okay, sorry. Oh god.
Lycon really is diligent.
Super diligent. I love him. I want him.
Even if the post is, as you said, merely a prank, that is also an acceptable outcome. You see, Eliminating potential threats to my master's safety is also an important duty of an attendant.
Not normally, but I guess in this world universe it should be, I suppose.
Of course, regardless of the outcome, I will see to it to give you sufficient compensation, Master Proxies.
Master's proxy, but it's Master Proxies as far as
As this is quite urgent, I'm willing to offer twice the usual commission fee as compensation.
Ooh.
If that would be all right with you.
Very all right with me.
We'll take it. After all, what kind of friends would we be if we didn't help a friend in need?
I love that he says that right after he just offered it double.
No second thoughts whatsoever, huh, Belle?
Wise, look at that face and tell me there are any thoughts inside her head. Zero thoughts, gremlin.
Well then, I suppose this contract is settled.
That's her.
Thank you kindly for your trust. I shall take my leave for now. Once both of you are ready, please make your way to the Hollow.
Yes, Daddy. Yes, Daddy. Sorry. Belle, don't you think that publicizing a warning before committing a theft is something no ordinary thief would ever do? No common thief, but it is a lot of times in movies and literature and basically fiction. Is that copyright right there? Okay, I'm blocking it, but it says, are you saying it's a phantom thief? I mean the kind of phantom thief with the trench coat and mask gliding down the ceiling somehow to steal a level. Why is it? And granted, to be fair, I said copyright, but Persona 5 lifted a lot of its iconography from previous actual phantom thieves and other points of literature. So it's not just, pushing on Persona 5, but oh my gosh. Okay. That's not impossible. Anyway, let's get ready to go out. Shouldn't keep Lycon waiting too long. Not when Daddy requests something. Sorry. Yay! Okay, so we're gonna build a team around Lycon. So with that, I think I want,
I'm at your disposal.
Ready? Good day.
Time for...
yeah, Korin and Sokaku. That's probably the best team I've got that would balance out Lycon at the moment. So let's run with that.
I want to be back by dinner.
Except for the fact that they're underleveled. Okay, what do I want? I want to use Lycon, but I don't want to have to...
Don't look at me.
Beyond the fact that I don't have the items, I wouldn't have the level up materials either. And to push it up to 50 or even to 48 when Kaleda just got to 45 with the one bit that I did. You wanna know what? I'm gonna challenge myself. We're gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this based upon my play. Because I've been able to beat things that are slightly more difficult than the thing is recommended to have, but it's only because my play was good enough for it. So let's see what I can do. And if I fail, we know exactly why I failed. I failed because I didn't put the right levels in place, but here we are. I think we'll end it after this first one, especially with how much more difficult probably this is going to end up being. God, he's so cool. I want him so bad. Oh, hello.
That person just now looked super suspicious.
Warning. Ethereal energy detected ahead.
It's most likely the thief. The smell of ethereal. How disgusting. We should go after them. You needn't worry. Leave the cleaning to me.
Give me money. I want money. Over in this one. Alright, moving on. Ah, I didn't mean to hit that. That was a waste. That was an absolute waste. Ugh.
Warning. Strong ethereal energy detected up ahead.
That thief was able to get through despite being so small and weak.
You're making an assumption about her.
Amateurs.
I forgot that he's a hard character.
Blow, blow, blow away your troubles!
That Spanish guitar going on as part of the music.
Apologies for you. I'll eliminate any obstacles.
Fukaku is here! What is in the sun? I'm here! Yeah!
I got the sorter going. Charge. Bam. You gotta remember that he's a charge character, so.
You should turn right. But there are some supplies up ahead.
I want supplies.
I'll go by your decision, Master Proxy.
I want the supplies. Supplies are nice. Especially when they include polychrome.
The path ahead seems to be blocked by ethereals. Don't worry, I'll clear the way for you.
I switched out to Corn a little fast. Come on, come on, come on. Vroom, vroom, vroom. Come on, get into the salts. There we go. Good, we have disorder. And we blow, blow, blow.
I can also become an Asura!
Alright, pouring away. I see the recommended was saying that I should have 48, but I'm like melting this thing. I assume that's 48 if you're button mashing, but if you know what you're doing with each character, at least in small part, then it should be okay.
We're surrounded by ethereals.
Again.
Though matters not. Please allow me a little time to deal with them.
Oh, please deal with me, Daddy. I mean, sorry. Oh, what?
Amateurs.
Like I said, his voice just does something to me. And I'm not even, you know, bi or gay, but I swear to God, it sends me into different places. I feel tingles that are, you know, appropriate. I want to get in there. I must need to get through the area here. It wants me to go that way, but... Alright, more polychromes. Thank you very much.
Say no more.
Looks like that beast captured some materials.
Things don't look too good. Let's deal with the surrounding ethereals first. I'll fight your throat out.
Blow, blow, blow away your troubles! I'll take off! Stay away!
Okay, we have assaults, so now I just need to get shatter going or throws. Oh, I love the fact that he chases on these things. I didn't get assault. It was too long. This is actually a little harder. It's going a little bit longer than I would have liked.
Blow, blow, blow away your troubles!
A deep clean. With this power.
Good. Done and done. Anything else here before we go inside? Yes. Lilac.
So...
Yeah, the story scale. That wouldn't surprise me. Hello? What's wrong, Lycon?
You're making a weird face. What's wrong?
No, it's nothing. This is just a bit shocking.
In what way?
Shocking? How so?
Please, do not worry. It's nothing major, it's just that, well, this lady thief is my current employer.
What? Hello?
Not long ago, I was contracted by her family and temporarily took over their previous attendant's duties.
Wait, so that means she's stealing something her family already owns?
Master, I have found a proverb that fits the current situation. She is going against her family, like machine oil that decided to flood the workshop. Ha ha, ha ha.
I'm gonna assume that was a poorly translated proverb because that's... I don't think I've ever heard that before. Has anybody over there chat? Have you guys heard that proverb before, or at least something around those lines? Because I'm not sure that makes any sense.
Fairy, this isn't the time for bad jokes.
Miss Lilac, could you explain why you are here?
Okay, I went with Lilac because this is Lycon instead of Lycan. So, but it is Lilac.
I know not of this lilac you speaketh of.
Oh
Thou
god, we have
dost
another
not
one of
know
these.
my name, but very well.
Oh god. Tunibyo!
Allow me to enlighten thee. Mortals, hear me!
Kakumoshi Kuseyo.
My name is Lempeluch Asnabel Phantomhine Lilac.
Lilac is still part of
Thou
it!
may also call me the chosen of the world's end, the companion of justice.
She sounds like every single Chunibyo ever. Not only in what she's saying, but even like the age range it sounds. Alright. Add to the counter. Because I just said that it He's been... Okay, hold on. Add to it. That's 2 counts today.
Isn't that still just lilac then? Incorrect. That's Lempeluche Aznabel Phantom Hind Lilac to you, not lilac.
Now that you've said that twice, I need to look up this other pretty chuny thing that was said before. Here it is. I am known as... Dang it. Yeah. I'm gonna go to somebody else's site if you're gonna be that much of a dick about it. Or even then, I'll just do this. I am known as Valentines Alquilanella, Shisha Bojeres, Combigo Bella, Brewster Adavari, Talente Pierre Andrei Charton Hamos Ivanovici, Baldeus George Deutzel Kaiser III. Please don't hesitate to call. What are you talking about, Mr. Fashion Stampede? My full name! Sorry, I had to. Since we're going with this freaking chuny lady here, I had to go with one of the first chuny style names I've ever heard. And even then, it was more of a joke in his case rather than a chuny move.
Grandiose, yet lengthy and jumbled terminology, speech filled with emotion but lacking any efficiency in communication. I see. I suppose this is a textbook example of the edgy speech pattern.
Oh god, I can't lie. I need to listen to this in Japanese once we're done.
However, from my perspective, it appears you have no issues communicating with her. Could this be the popular subculture amongst the youth today?
No. It's really not.
It's really not. Not many people talk like this nowadays. If I had to say, it was popular maybe 3 trends ago.
3 trends? That recent?
Your explanation is also quite confusing.
But that... You know...
However, we shouldn't linger here. I recommend we escort her out of the hollow.
Yay, we win! I need to hear that in Japanese, if only just to see if they call it chuny. Chunibyo. I need to know. The world must know! I'm sure that somebody else has already found out, but I will need to know for myself. It's where we need to be.
And who might thou be?
God damn it, shut up, Lilac.
This is Belle, a friend of mine, Miss Lilac, about what happened just now.
I have told thee before,
Oh
I am
my
not
God.
Lilac. I am Lempeluche Aznabel Phantom Hind Lilac.
Yes, and the last part of that word was lilac. We're shortening it for convenience sake. Like, absolutely, 110%. I understand. Your full name is Lampeluche Aznabel Phantomahen Lilac. But we're not going to call you by that full freaking name every single time, and we have to call you by name, you stupid little prick.
What a long name. Did you just make that up on the spot?
Considering she's repeated it exactly the same 3 times since we met her, no.
Make what up? This name is from my favorite comic. I mean, this is the name bestowed upon me since conception.
I'm pretty sure they did not name you at the point of conception, because that is absolutely impossible for that to happen. Also, you've already kind of...
Aha, I heard that. From the comics, huh?
Actually, it would have been funnier if Belle knew what comic it was from. Be like, oh, yeah, I read that comic.
Miss Lilac, would you like blueberry mousse or orange tart for afternoon tea tomorrow?
Blueberry mousse for sure.
No, not admitted. This is the wrong translation for sure. It's you answered to it.
So you finally admitted it. You're just his boss's kid, Lilac.
How could you use food to trip me up? That's cheating.
No, it's not, because you could still say, yes, I believe that I would prefer the blueberry mousse.
There it is. The classic staple of the edgy persona. Speaking normally once exposed.
Exactly.
Miss Lilac, if I may ask you, why do you want to steal this painting?
Stealing a painting? As expected,
here we go again. You've triggered
this.
her back to her.
Unfortunately for your feeble minds,
thing. Okay.
The shallows do not typically contain the truth.
May I be so bold as to assume that the post on Internet was also put up by you?
What post? I don't know of any post.
Now she's lying through her teeth.
On the day of revelation, during the embers of the waning moon, I shall become the chosen of the heavens and descend upon this land of sins, taking back...
Stop. Okay, what's with that bland as hell reading? If you tried to sign up for the organization right now, I bet they'd drop you in the first round.
Wait, organization?
But the organization probably wouldn't want someone as stuffy as you in the first place.
Take that back.
Never mind a painting. I bet you couldn't even steal a coin.
Bitch, you take that back. Any organization would be lifted tenfold by having Lycon as part of their ranks. Okay? Alright? So please, put some respect.
What is this organization you speak of?
The organization is the organization. Stealing this painting is the test they gave me.
God, they're that kind of edgy organization. We don't need a name. We'll just be called the organization. I'll just go by Claw. One word. Like Madonna.
Once I pass this test, I can join them and become a companion of justice.
I'd love... Oh, right. Companion of Justice is the name of the organization. Never mind.
I just didn't think that I'd get something belonging to my parents as a target.
What kind of organization tests people by making them steal things?
Obviously, a Phantom Thieves Syndicate.
Oh God, are you for real?
Do you really not know about Mockingbird? The most famous Phantom Thieves in all of New Eridu?
Thank you for the qualification of all of New Eridu, because I was going to say the Phantom Thieves are the most famous Phantom Thieves, period. But in all of New Eridu, fair plays. Lycon.
Searching for Mockingbird, an infamous thief syndicate that steals from the rich and gives to the poor. Though
they're called Mockingbird and not Robin Hood?
Mixed, they once fooled and scammed almost all the wealthy elites of New Eridu. The organization was inactive for quite some time, but has recently resurfaced on Internet.
They're merely a group of criminals, nothing more. I
don't know about that, Lycon. The fact that you shut that down real fast makes me think that, okay, maybe they are a group of criminals, nothing more. But were you a part of them at some point, Lycon? Look me in the eyes with your one eye. Why do we have two characters that have eye patches, by the way?
Mockingbird isn't just some group of criminals.
They probably are.
They're chivalrous thieves who steal from the rich and give to the poor. They are justice itself.
They are a group of criminals. They are breaking the law, despite even if it's for the benefit of the majority, it's still breaking the law. Robin Hood is a criminal, which just was criminal we tend to side with because he was doing things by stealing from the very rich and wealthy that were not helping the poor and giving to the poor. Chaotic good in its absolute perfection. Okay? They are criminals. They're just good criminals.
And I am one of the chosen.
Oh, God.
Lefalouche Asdabel Phantom High Lilac, also known as the chosen of the world's end, the companion of justice.
All right.
Miss Lilac.
That's enough. Don't try to stop me. You can't possibly understand this kind of justice or my determination to become a phantom thief.
Okay.
You misunderstand. As an attendant, it is my duty to protect my master's assets. So I cannot allow you to steal this painting. However, please do not worry. As per the contract I have signed, you too are my employer, and I will not prevent you from doing as you wish, nor will I tell your parents.
So basically he's helping her steal the painting.
Yet I must warn you, the organization that calls itself Mockingbird is not necessarily trustworthy, and there are great risks in trying to join. I hope you can reconsider.
I have a feeling that he used to be part of Mockingbird. I'm not going to put that on the count of clairvoyance because this is super obvious that either he used to be part of a rival organization that fought against Mockingbird, or he was part of Mockingbird Direct.
I thought you were gonna be all stuffy and stuck up like my previous attendants. Never thought you might be different from those old fossils.
Again, stop disrespecting Daddy.
As for the painting, it's fine, even if you don't let me take it. I have other ways.
Lilac leaves, but Lycon doesn't follow. But is it really okay to just let her leave like this?
Please do not worry. I will not let the situation remain as it currently is. It's just, considering what I know of people such as Miss Lilac, forcing my opinion will only cause more trouble.
Absolutely.
If I want her to understand the issue at hand, I need to find a more appropriate method. Something more direct and impactful that'll teach her where the issue lies. Apart from that, I also need some time to look into this ostensible Mockingbird's current dealings more thoroughly.
I'm gonna ask.
Lycon, have you dealt with Mockingbird before?
I wouldn't say dealt with is an accurate way to describe my relationship with Mockingbird. It has to do with a mistake I once made.
Uh-huh.
I apologize. This has to do with some unpleasant history. When the opportunity presents itself, I will tell you more.
Will you, though?
You have my word.
Because in the main story, you're still hiding shit from me. I'm just saying. Why? Lycon won't tell me the truth. Make him tell me the truth, big brother. Never would have thought something like this would come up would come out of busting a thief. Yep. Despite claims that Mockingbird are these phantom thieves who steal from the rich and give to the poor, something still seems a bit sus. Do you also think that there's something up with Lilac Bell? Makes sense. Feels like she's gonna try something. But it's getting late. Let's sleep early. Next up, we'll just have to wait for Lycon to get in touch. Alright. So, Japanese to see if we're calling her Chuni, and then that'll be it for tonight. We will revisit this on Wednesday. Because tomorrow we have polls in Blue Archive to do. Very important things, and I will not be denied. Anyway, let me finish this up here. Yeah. Give me my polys. Thank you very much. And then we go here to change the language, and we're gonna ask if it's Kunibyo or not. We ready? Steady. Over to the story of behind the scenes. The Chosen of World's End.
これが泥棒?
Okay, we are. I was wondering.
ライカンさん、どうかした？難しい顔して。
いえ、何も。些細ではありますが、予期せぬことが。
予期せぬとは？
どうかご心配なく、誓って深刻ではございません。最も些細な問題も立派な問題であることに。
Japanese daddy doesn't sound as good as English daddy, but it is close. English daddy just gives me more chills than Japanese daddy does. Japanese is okay.
こちらの回答。
It probably fits the thing.
お嬢様こそ私が現在お仕えしている雇い主様なのでございます。
It's probably mostly just because it's not a usual language for me.
を交わしまして、前輪車の仕事。
もしそうなら。
But let's just get to the
マスター、
Chinibyo.
このような状況に符合するジョークがあります。構造体ショップがオイルまみれになっていました。これは身内の犯行でしょうか？は。
In Japanese, she said joke. Hold on. Let me hear that again.
マスター、このような状況に符合するジョークがあります。
Yeah. She said joke. Why did they change it to proverb? To be fair, since obviously clearly again Chinese developers, so the script was probably written in Chinese, but you would think that it would be a very easy thing to try translate from Chinese to Japanese, considering the proximity of the language. So I would think that Japanese is closer to being more accurate than in English. But that might not be the case either. So I can't say one way or the other if I'm being honest. Let's see.
フェアリー、笑えないジョークを言うタイミングじゃないんだ。
リリカお嬢様、こちらにいらっしゃる理由を伺っても。
And her name in Japanese is Ririka, which is interesting.
リリカ？そのような名は聞いたことがない。我が名を何時らが知らぬのも無理はないがな。
Of course, Waga. She's gonna go with Waga Hai. I'm expecting that one line that we're waiting for to be Kakumokusei.
ここに告げる。ボンプども。我が名を慎んで拝聴せよ。
No, okay, it wasn't, but that's okay.
我こそはランペルージュ・アスナブール・ファントム・ハーベン・リリカ。またの名を終末に選ばれし者、正義の伴走者。
That's interesting that they kept the same name. The Lapalus Asnabel Phantomhain just changed Lilac to Lirika. Interesting.
やっぱリリカなんじゃん。ただのリリカではない。ランペルージュ・アスナブール・ファントム・ハーベン・リリカである。
That made more sense in Japanese. Look at the Tekken world. I'm not sure what you mean by that. But this makes that made more sense in Japanese than it did in English. This line, because instead of saying incorrect, it's not lilac. It's this longer word. What she said in Japanese, if I was to localize it a little bit better, would have been, it's not just lilac. It is Lampelus Asnabel Phantomheim lilac to you. That makes more sense. Especially since lilac is clearly still part of the name. Let's see. Here we go. This is the other part I want to listen to.
なるほど。これこそが中二病と呼ばれる病の罹患者に見られる言語的特徴なのですね。
Beep boom! I win.
にもかかわらず、一見皆様の意思疎通に支障はないようです。今日の若者にとってはありふれたポップカルチャーなのでしょうか。
そういうわけじゃないけど、今時こんな喋り方絶滅危惧種みたいなもんだよ。流行りとしては 2,3 週遅れって感じかな。
率直に申し上げることをお許しください。あなた様のご説明があってなお、私は
Alright, we got to what we wanted out of that.
何時何者だ
So we're gonna skip over that. Alright, we will, like I said, continue this on Wednesday. I at least want to finish Lycon on Wednesday. If not, we'll push all the way through into at least the first episode of Rena's. In world, they have tech from every era, so in a lore sense, proverb kind of, except a proverb is not a joke. A proverb is almost like a simile or an analogy, not a joke. Hold on, I'm gonna look up the definition of proverb. Okay, because there's a Proverbs book in the Bible. Give me definition English, thank you very much. A short statement usually known by many people for a long time that gives advice or expresses some common truth. So, but the thing is that she would be able to differentiate, like every time she's been in error with the wording she's used, it's always been an error of degree. Whereas a good example that I'm remembering off the top of my head is when Nekomiya came running in. Oh no, not Nekomiya. It was when Anton sent the request for for the commission, the proxy commission. He said she said it had threatening language, but the issue was that it was threatening. They were saying that basically they were the ones being threatened with, yada 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 yada. Not Belobog was the one getting threatened, not the proxies, and it didn't come across that way. A proverb is a expression that gives advice or truth or common truth. A joke is not. Like the only thing that's the same between a joke and a proverb is a short statement, or a joke doesn't necessarily have to be a short statement, but it can be. That is usually known by many people for a long time. That's absolutely can be held to the two of them. But the gives advice or expresses a common truth. And again, I disagree that fairy. I think that was just a mistranslation, in my opinion. But it is my opinion, and you can do with that as you will. I'm not going to worry about it because tomorrow we're going to go into Blue Archives. We're drawing. We're doing some gacha. Finally. But like a real big gacha in there to try and get dress Hina and possibly swimsuit Hoshino. And I am looking forward to that. I hope you guys are too. And we will continue also the event that's going on there as soon as we've drawn them both. But until then, thank you guys for hanging out with me. You've all been 10 out of 10 with me. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for Blue Archive and that. Let me just see if there's anybody we can raid for the funsies. No one that needs it. So we will deal with that later. Thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out with me, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for Blue Archive or Wednesday for more Zenless Zone Zero. Have a wonderful one.